Yo, Cowboy Nation, really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Just want to be able to say the Cowboys, they talking about, what's this guy named Kyler Murray? Jerry Wayne Jones talked about him saying, hey, he's probably one of the better better quarterbacks to ever play in the stadium, right, in Arlington. And I think he's going all the way back to his high school and college days, whatever it may be. He may be on 100% with that. He may be on point with it, right? And he said that, hey, they're really not going to rush LVE out there. That's what he's saying. Okay. Which is good. It's real good that they're not going to rush the kid out there. I think that they shouldn't. Also, with that being said, would be this right here, Cowboy Nation. The rumor mill, the Justin Simmons situation. Now, whether or not it's true or this is not, we need help at safety. The Cowboys need to figure out a way to value the safety. Now, we can look back and say, well, Justin Simmons is not playing that great this year. We can have those reservations, right? We can talk about that. Nevertheless, the reality of it is this, Cowboy Nation. Nobody's playing at their best right now. This COVID season, pandemic. But I will say this. Justin Simmons may be a situation where we will have to look at regardless. Down the line, we need to look at a veteran type of safety. If I can, drive that home. We need to look at somebody that's known commodity. Because we know how it looks and we know how it feels to go out there and say, okay, we're going to draft a guy. And then we will have to wait. And it's like, we don't know type of situation. Right? Think about this. Isaiah Simmons. Remember last year during this time, everybody was looking at like, man, he's going to be a dog. He's going to be a beast. Now, I do know it's only a few weeks in and on the National Football level league as it relates to Clemson opposed to now playing in the football arena as it relates to he's not doing a lot in Arizona land. So it takes time. But I would rather for this team to invest in a guy like a known commodity, like a Justin Simmons or what have you, opposed to sitting there saying, okay, we're going to wait and we're going to draft a guy next year, whoever is the top safety for next year, class of 2021. Saying, okay, we're going to wait. Get you a known commodity out there. But it's just me just thinking, okay, Cowboy Nation, will we ever take the necessary investment on safety play? Will we ever value that position, dare I say? It's crazy. Quinnen Williams conversation is out there as well. A lot of people are saying, hey, he will change and elevate this team. He will take this team to the next level. Around this time, we hear all of this news. We hear all of the storylines of, hey, Cowboys can get better in this position. Cowboys can get better at that position. But the reality of it is, Cowboys, we don't make those type of moves. We can say, yeah, but Cooper, that's just one in a lifetime, right? 3 and 5, right? We was 3 and 5 before we had to realize and say, hey, let's pull the trigger on a wide receiver. And even with that trade, we got a lot of people saying, hey, man, we don't need him. That's the craziest thing, right? And all Cooper do is he put up a solid season after season. Now, every now and then, we look at the game and we'll say, man, he disappeared, but look at what we had before he came. And nobody, and I mean just that, nobody saw this this team being the way it is starting off. Because think about our offensive line. We got Brandon Knight, Connor Williams, Tyler Biadasz, Zach Martin, and Terrence Steele. That's our offensive line. That's who they're going to roll out Monday night. We would never, ever think in a million years that would be our offensive lineup for the 2020 season. Well, if I was to tell people that, they would say, man, Law, you crazy, man. We thought that at the end of 2019 that even Travis Frederick would be like, okay, I'm back on the ship. I made it to the Pro Bowls. I'm going to play and extend my career and these sorts of things. But all we heard on the offseason is him retiring. That was the first stone to drop, or the first domino to fall over. And then we hear, okay, Tyron Smith, he's battling through this, he's battling through that. La'el Collins, he's out of shape. Oh, now it's his hip. Oh, now he was in a car wreck, We don't know what happened. We don't know whether or not he was out of shape, or if it was his hip, or if it was the car wreck. We don't know what happened. We just know he's not out there on the field. And he got all of those coins, right? Not to point the finger at him, but we would never, ever thought that even Dak Prescott, he would be out of the picture, especially after week 1 and 2 and 3, putting up historic numbers, right? And week 4. We never knew that he would be gone, and he's gone. 2020 is a crazy year, man. It is flat out. But I can tell you that right now, this would be a team where I don't think that they would pull the trigger on Quinnen Williams, and they would pull the trigger on Justin Simmons. I can talk to you guys till I'm blue in the face, and let me see what I got over here. Okay, I got some people texting me in. I can talk to I'm blue in the face, which will be, not that hard, right? Shout out to the Cowboys blue. Till I'm Cowboys blue in the face of what we need to do in order to be better on defense, to be better with our pick selections. It probably would never happen. This season is a wash. I just think that right now we just need to figure out a way to just play it all the way out. Don't make the necessary trades and see what we can do with our draft picks now. Because the time to move and the time to make those things happen, it's too late now. Although you can make those things happen, but think about it, the acclimation situation, right? Even if we say tomorrow we picking up an Earl Thomas, it's going to take, 2 to 3 weeks for it to get him ready. You have not been in football camp. That's when the soft tissue issues occur, right? The time was to do this during the off season, to bring them in, make sure they get acclimated, make sure they can pass through COVID and things like that. But now it's too late to pull the trigger. Now, even Quinnen Williams, why rip open that bag of worms, right? When we got Randy Get Down Gregory coming back next week. See the timing. The timing is all off with everything. Timing is everything, too, by the way. So, Cowboy Nation, I just don't know, man. It's just one of those situations whereas when we look back at this, I would say, I got everybody calling me and texting me right now. When we look back at this, we would say, man, 2020 is a crazy year. But I'm still optimistic. I'm thinking that this team can still figure out a way to find that W. We just got to look for it real hard. Let's get the ball to Ezekiel, put the ball in his belly, tell him to run. Let's limit Alton Smith. I'm about to say, let's limit Alton Smith from being the savior of it all, right? Not right. Let's slowly work this thing out. Let's not depend on one person, but let's depend on a unit. Every unit got to play with a sound mind. Andy Dalton time now. Let's see what he can do with the rock in his hands, because he got a plethora of weapons on the outside. It's just that, man, his offensive line just got to hold up for a couple of minutes, right? A couple seconds, basically. We want 4 seconds. That's all I'm asking for. 4 seconds, offensive line. We want 4 seconds. That's a long time to hold up, but that's all we need. I know he can go through his readings progression within 3, but we looking for 4 seconds. Offensive line, get it right. Hold it up. Hold it up for number 4 as well. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. I just got to go. I got too many people calling me and everything. But it's good. It's good. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go.